including with the teaching credentialing program in California today. So it's incumbent upon us as educators to continue that life learning process and move forward in terms of technology. I know some of you guys are like, eee. It's okay. It's not that bad. Don't worry about it. It's actually really cool. So first question before we dive into it and you guys log on. Hopefully you're already logged. Is everybody logged on to their emails? Cool. If you're not, just log on to your email real quick and just sit idle. What is Google Classroom? All right. Google Classroom, it is a free online digital tool. All right. It helps to manage teaching and learning. This is from Google. It says, with Google Classroom, students and teachers organize assignments, boost collaboration, and foster better communication. And for me personally, I think this is the most critical aspect of Google Classroom. It's the collaborative process of it. In English, this is a digital platform. It allows teachers to communicate more efficiently with their students while easily sharing assignments and materials, i.e. collaborating. We actually use G Suite tools or Google tools all the time. We use them all the time here as teachers on this campus. We do collaborative documents digitally all the time. Can anybody think of one? I already see your hand going up. Yep, that's right. Our weekly staff meeting. Our weekly staff meeting. The agenda for our weekly staff meeting, we all have the opportunity to interact with it, change it, and mess with it. That's because it's a Google collaborative tool. Also, not only is that a Google Doc that we can collaborate on from our different offices and classrooms, from home, we can do that from our phone. We can also do it with things like, we can do it, what else? We do it with the docs. Anything else? Calendar, thank you. We do it with our calendars. We do it with RTI scheduling, response to intervention, okay? These are collaborative tools that we can use, and if Jane's over visiting somebody in Georgia, she can still collaborate with us on these documents because they're all digital. They're all collaborative and they're all digital. Okay, so why Google Classroom? Here's 4 reasons why Google Classroom is really beneficial to us, all right? First, we can go paperless, or at least close to it. In my classroom, when I first started out here, I was 100% paper. Now I'm like 70% paper and like 30% digital. I would like to get to the point where I'm about 50% digital and 50% paper. We can get paperless, all right? Christina's going to be really excited about that. Thank you, Christina. Christina's going to be really excited about that because why? We're saving a few trees, right? This is also going to help foster better communication. The days of a kid saying, I didn't know how to get in touch with you. No, no. This is a really great digital tool. You can access this from your phone. You can access this from any internet, anywhere. Doesn't even need to be Wi-Fi. It can be that old 1998 dial-up stuff. You can use it from there. Yep. It's fine. As long as you can get onto Gmail, you can use G Suite applications to collaborate with your peers and or your administrators, teachers, and your students. All right? So we can go paperless, fosters better communication. We can save some time, and one of the reasons for that is organization. All right? Organization. If any of you have been into my classroom, you've seen how organized I am with paper. Not that good, right? With this, everything is consolidated literally on the screen right in front of my face. It's perfect. It's amazing. And one of the cool things about it that I'll talk about later on too is you can actually grade directly on it, which we'll see in a little bit. And then, because we use Aries, we can actually transfer the gradebook. It's a drag and drop. It's actually like a 3-step process. It's really simple. So you can grade directly on your Google Classroom page all the assignments, and then you can drag the grades. You can just download them straight to Aries. You don't need to do all this double checking. Nope, it just filters right in. All right. So the gradebooks, you can link those gradebooks between Google Classroom and our Aries program. All right. So navigating to Google Classroom. Hopefully everybody is logged on to their email right now. It has to be the Hemet Unified School District email. Don't log on to joeschmo.gmail.com. No, that doesn't work. Log on to your Hemet Unified School District email. All right? This is just a little step-by-step navigating to the classroom. First, you're going to log into your Hemet Unified School District Gmail account, and you're going to go to the waffle. Everybody knows what the waffle is? There it is. It's this little guy right up here. This little funny-looking thing that looks like an old telephone keypad. That's the waffle. All right? You're going to click on that. And this little drop-down opens up. Everybody see that? Good, 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 good. The drop down opens up, and you're going to see the classroom icon. All right? Click the classroom icon, it looks like a blackboard. All right? This little thing, right? Check it out. This is the eraser. I didn't know this when I first saw it. That's the eraser, this is the blackboard, that's the teacher and a couple of students. So yours may be in a different spot than mine. Don't freak out, it's okay. You can scroll down in this drop-down menu. You see it? You see it? Yep, yep. Yep, everybody sees it? All right, cool. You can actually scroll down. If it weren't there, you could scroll down in this and you could find Google Classroom. Real straightforward. If it's not there, remember Mueller? Right before he retired, he and I were talking about Google Classroom and I was showing him something and that didn't pop up on his screen. Only time I've ever seen it not show up. Because Hemet Unified School District, we use it and it's incorporated into all our G Suite stuff. If it's not there, you can go to a thing that says more from G Suite Marketplace. Can you guys scroll to the bottom of that? We're just going to do a little brief segue. I want to show you G Suite Marketplace real quick. Scroll to the bottom and then I want you to click on where it says G Suite Marketplace at the bottom. Click on that real quick. I just want to show you this. This is just a little detour. I just want to show you this because it's really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in here that is available to you, but most people are intimidated and they don't know about it. All right? Marketplace. From Gmail, we're going to open our Marketplace, and this little dashboard is going to come up right here. I want you to click on the hamburger. Ooh, I saw Lisa's ears perk up. You ready? The hamburger. I learned this just a few weeks ago at the Q conference. That's the hamburger. Dude, I didn't know this. Look, it's like a bun and the meat. Okay, it didn't blow your minds, it blew my mind, whatever. Click on the hamburger, and this drop down opens up, you guys. Here you can search for what you want, and check it out. They have education already marked. It's right there. You don't even need to scroll down. It's right at the bottom of your scroll. All right? When you click the hamburger, this search bar appears, and you'll notice right towards the bottom of it, there's still plenty of room to scroll. There's a lot of stuff below that. You can click on education. These are all different apps. These are all different platforms that are Google recommended and Google certified that you can use. Some of them are really cool. I use Pear Deck. I know Lisa has used Pear Deck in the past. Did you use it all last year? No. I know Lisa has used it in the past, but here's the thing. There's a lot of cool education stuff on there. It's one of those things where it's like the YouTube wormhole where you can fall down it real quick and get lost in all this cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff on there, you guys, and I would love to give you an hour to go through it, but we don't have that. In August, we're going to have 30 minutes. Right now, we have like 10 more. So this is a thing for another time, but I want you to kind of put it on the back burner because there is a lot of cool apps and a lot of cool different platforms and different things on here that are really good for education. All right. Pear Deck is just really one of them. If you're bored later and you want to explore Pear Deck, I highly recommend it. It's really cool. It can make stuff like this pop a lot more than I'm making it pop. And that's really all the time I have to talk about it. So close out Marketplace, and I want you to go back and click on the Blackboard icon if you haven't already done that. And a page is going to open up. It's the Google Classroom page. It looks like this. You may not have any classes there. I know Lisa has a class there. But some of you guys may not have a class there. That's fine. Don't sweat it. All right? We're going to add a class right now. So look, nothing's different. Here's my icon. Here's my waffle. Here's all my tabs. Everything's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to add a class, you guys. So click on the plus sign right here next to the waffle. All right? Click on that plus sign. This little box is going to come up. And it says, do you want to join a class or do you want to create a class? We're going to join a class. And the class code is case sensitive, so make sure you put it like this. T3UYB5. That's our class code. Sorry I didn't give it to you earlier, Lisa. I didn't want you running ahead. So we're going to add a class. Don't create. We want to join right now. We'll create in a minute. All right. Ooh, now we're going to start navigating and exploring. I already see you guys going on different pages. That's all right. Okay. So we got it. Is everybody opened on Classroom? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Cool. Is everybody on the plus sign and click join a class? Thumbs up. Yep. Did everybody put in? Put in that code real quick. Good. Okay. So here's the thing, you guys. In student view, all right, I know some of you already have classroom pages. I got you. I got you. They did an update last year in October or November. So if you haven't created a class since October or November, I think it was the 3rd week of October, Google did an update. If you haven't created a class since then, yours actually is an old class. You can keep it and you can update it, and Lisa, I'll talk to you about that later on. It's funny. Did you get that email? I'll talk to you about it later on. Regardless, if you're starting a class for the first time, it's going to look different than Lisa's and my classes because ours are older, all right? So we have options. If you have an older class, you have options. You can update the class or you can just transfer it over, but I would recommend updating it. There were several updates done, and I don't have time to get into them now. I'll forward you guys the email about it for those of you, the 2 of you guys who already have Google Classroom. I'll forward you that email and you can read through it, and we'll talk about it next time we meet. But I just kind of want to go over what you should be seeing now if you're in new classroom, all right? So you're in student view right now. You 3 just joined my classroom, all right? So you're in student view. At the top, you should have stream, classwork, and people across the top from left to right at the very top of your screen, all right? Now stream is the default. Stream is the home page, if you will. That's what opens up, and the content is displayed newest on top. In other words, if I post something on January 1st, it's going to go right here. And then when I post something on January 2nd, it's going to shove January 1st down, and it's going to post right here. Then when I post something on January 5th, it's going to shove these down and post right here, okay? So it's always newest on top. On the stream, it's always newest on top. Now, Francis will tell you what I do, and I do the same thing. You can peg one to the top. Or you can peg more than one to the top if you want. I don't recommend doing it because I don't have time to get into that really, but what I'll say about that is this. Having it move that way is actually beneficial because when a kid opens up their student view, when they open up their classroom, this week's assignment, the thing that's due right now, is on top. Where you shoot yourself in the foot is if you assign stuff repeatedly and it's not due for a long time. So if you have 5 or 6 assignments out there and the kids are working on them and they're not due till next Friday, they're going to get lost. When I post things, I don't post something new until that's turned in. That's just the way I do it, and I'll address that more with you individually if you like. All right? But stream essentially is the home page. That's where content is displayed newest on top. Classwork. This is where all assignments are organized. You'll notice when you click on classwork, go ahead and click on classwork if you haven't already, you already did. Click on classwork. I have a KWL chart in there for you. Everybody knows what KWL is, right? The only thing I'm really concerned about today is what you know and what you want to know. We're not going to have time to get into what you learned. We'll address this in August. We'll kind of revisit that in August. But what I'd like to see today, if we have time, and we may not, I'd like to see what you know and what you want to know. And I know some of you guys know a little bit more than others, and I know some of you want to know a little bit more than others. That's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just real quick, type something in there. What you know, what you want to know, and when you guys are exploring here in a few minutes, I'll sit down and just look at what you wrote real quick, and we'll talk. So again, stream is the home page. That's where content is displayed. Classwork is where all the assignments are organized. And then last is people. And that's where you can email and collaborate with your peers. This is really cool because you know our kids, I know our kids. They sit down and look at it and go, man, I have no idea what I'm doing. Who's in my class? Dude, no excuse anymore because you can go to your classroom page, you can click on people, and you can see who's in your class. And even if you don't know any of their names, there's no excuse. You can send an email blast out to half of them or all of them, or you can just email the teacher. So people's a really good spot for kids to go and for you all to go as well. All right. Let me give you guys a couple minutes to work on the KWL real quick. And then we'll get into creating our own class in just a moment. Let me give you 2-3 minutes. I'm going to take a look at the KWL and see what you guys are putting in. And then once you're done with it, take a couple minutes to explore as you see fit and just kind of look around real quick. See who else is in your class. There's more than just the 3 of you all. So take a minute to explore, but fill out that KWL chart